My name is David Goldstone. I went to university at London School of Economics, where I graduated in law and subsequently entered the legal profession. My particular disciplines within the law were related to the property industry, corporate matters, taxation. That led logically to an extension of that work by my setting up a company, and that company, Regalian Properties plc, it went public around about 1970, and by 1980 it was the foremost residential developer in London. The candidate, in terms of preparation for an interview, must try to identify as much as possible about the company or professional firm by which he's being interviewed. He needs to identify also whether the interviewer has particular interest. Nowadays you can Google an interview, you can look at who's who and see if they appear there. So you find out as much information. I think work experience, whether in property or anything else, vitally important, not only in respect of the basic knowledge that you will have prior to embarking upon an interview. It is important because it will show that the interviewee has a genuine interest in pursuing the career within that sort of company or profession. So I believe it's fundamental nowadays. A candidate should be able to put forward succinctly what has been achieved in terms of academic, in terms of outside interest, community interest. The danger is of putting too much or too little into the CV. By definition, one should dress somewhat formally. Suit, shirt, tie, in general, unless perhaps you're in the communications industry, in general, that would be perceived as the norm. I find a candidate impressive where he shows a degree of confidence without being overconfident. He shows a knowledge of what he is seeking and some knowledge of what the company interviewing him is seeking from him. It's important that they identify themselves as individuals who are capable of mixing into the ethos of the company or firm at which they're seeking to obtain employment. Questions should be designed to show interest and knowledge. So one might be asking, what is the training structure for incomers to the company, the graduate intake, or whatever it may be? What is the departmental structure of the company? What is the ethos of the company? Those are questions which, again, would be respected by the interviewer. In my day of law, then it was almost deemed essential that people would have done what was called then poor man's lawyer, sort of Citizens Advice Bureau. We were encouraged during our studies to attend and to provide advice to people who were unable to go along to legal firms and pay for that advice. I would look to the candidate to show some willingness, to have shown some willingness to embark upon that sort of work. I know it's not always easy. Studies can be time-consuming, but it's amazing how much time actually is available at university to embark upon things like that.